got this background and I really didn't know what to do with it. So I thought, well, okay, I'll get some more paint and I'll layer over the top and I'll see what happens with it. So I've got some Kuretake paints in a green and a beige and also this lovely mauve colour, and I'm just slopping it on all over just because that's what I felt like. And then when I looked at the page I thought, still not sure what to do with this. It's all looking a bit muddy and a bit all over the place. Maybe if I fill in all the spaces, maybe something will pop out and I'll really enjoy it. So I thought, well, okay, let's get the pens. Let's see what can happen with these. So I've got a white gel pen and I'm just making some shapes across the page, adding in a bit of gold gel pen and just following those little shapes, and then using a white Posca marker just to make it a little bit bolder, I thought. Then with a black fine liner, adding some detail in the middle there, just so you can see it. And I just thought to myself, I'll just build up this picture slowly by slowly, just enjoying my time, just filling in the spaces really, not thinking about it, just going with the flow. So we've all got them, haven't we? Those paintings that are half finished, you really don't know what to do with them. They're not really doing anything for you. And you just think, well, should I throw them away? Should I just bin them? Well, I suggest not. Just get them out and have a look at them and see what else you can do with them. Even if at the end of the day you do bin them, at least you've had a really nice time trying to fix them, trying to make them into something beautiful. So sort of making a lacy pattern here with a white gel pen, just some little circles, and then just encasing it with a gold gel pen. Well, it's more like a felt tip pen. Just looking at the page really, looking at the shapes that have been left by the paint, and then just adding some further shapes on top. I've gone for a diamond shape here and I've used a white Posca pen, and then I'm just using the black fine liner just to add a little bit more detail, and then the gold felt tip just inside all of that pattern. So it just makes it pop a little bit. You can add pattern on top of that gold gel pen if you want to add more detail. So it depends how small you want to go or how open you want your picture to look. Just go with your feelings, see where they lead you. So I'm dealing with each paint section as sort of like a separate entity, thinking different patterns in those little small pockets of paint areas, just to make it look a little bit different, just to see how that comes on. Love a bit of doodle art, especially over watercolour paint. I think it really lends itself to making a really nice composition. So make some time for yourself, get yourself all cozied up, make a lovely cup of tea and sit down with your pens and doodle over one of your watercolour paintings. I can guarantee you will have a really, really fun time. If you get stuck for doodle patterns, what I do in my spare time, I've got a little notebook. I just doodle away, you know, if I'm sitting down, not doing much, but I don't actually want to do like a whole piece. I'll just spend some time doodling away in this little notebook, just so that I've got some reference. So when I come to do a piece like this and I get a little bit stuck because I'm doing different patterns all the time, I can just look at it and go, oh right, yeah, great, I'll put that one down and see what that one looks like. And it's great just to refer back to, and also you can see how you've sort of evolved, you know, your patterns have evolved through time. I hope you like this. I hope you get to try. If you like this, maybe you'll consider liking, even subscribing. That would be great. and maybe make a comment. I'd love to hear what you're up to, what arty things you do, what things you try, how long you've been painting for, what kind of art do you like to do, or any requests. Maybe there's something that you'd like to see, and maybe I could assist with that by trying to paint it for you. So just continuing on with the shapes, just filling in and just making different shapes in different areas, just swapping the pens up as I go, alternating them, going from small to large, from large to small shapes. Then when I'm running out of space, then deciding to actually doodle on top of some of the marks that I've already made, like here on this gold pen, just doodling away just to make it a little bit more interesting, a few little patterns there. And I love that when I'm coming to an end and I'm just thinking, oh, I don't want it to end. Where else can I make some marks? And I really try and squeeze everything I can out of a picture. Using my favourite pens today. I love these gel pens. I think they work really, really well. And the black fine liner, I think that offers a really good contrast to the gold and the white. Really highlights all the different patterns. Adding some little lines to these bubble shapes, I think it really makes it look a bit lacy. I think what I could have done is continued with doing the little dots and the little circles and adding the lines to it, just to make it look like a lot more lace. And I'm going to keep that in my memory banks for another time and use that pattern further. So I'm just outlining the edges of the masking tape to make that lovely clean border, and then peeling away the tape just to reveal the beautiful picture underneath. And I think it has turned out quite well, from that ugly piece of art that was there to this really quite interesting piece. I didn't expect it to turn out like this, so I was really, really pleased when it did. I think that it's been well worth doing. So if you've got an ugly piece of art and you don't know what to do with it, I highly suggest and recommend that you get your pens out and you have a little doodle play and just see how that turns out, whether it makes a difference to your page. And I think this one has worked out quite well, and it's one that I think will be worthy of a frame, so maybe that will go in a frame in the near future to be hung on the wall. Okay, nice spending time with you. Hope to see you again soon.